The New Orleans Pelicans this offseason have been very busy, with them being involved in Jrue Holiday going to the Bucks and them re-signing Brandon Ingram to a max contract, and also them changing their head coach from Alvin Gentry to Stan Van Gundy. So in today's video, I will be discussing the Pelicans offseason moves and whether the Pelicans can make the playoffs or not. Please like this video to show support and subscribe to help me reach my goal of 500 subscribers before the end of 2020, and comment on this video to start a conversation with me and play that intro. So this offseason, the Pelicans traded Jrue to the Bucks, and in return they got Eric Bledsoe and 3 first-round picks. And most who discuss the trade discuss Milwaukee's side of the deal. But in this video, I'll be discussing the Pelicans side and how they benefited. First off, I want to say both teams caught a big W. And in the Pelicans case, they got Eric Bledsoe, who can be an above-average starting guard, who is really good on defense and is also a really good slasher who could be a solid playmaker. The Pelicans also got 3 first-round picks and a few pick swaps, which can be used in future years. The Pelicans also signed Brandon Ingram to a 5-year, $158 million deal. And I think this is a great move due to him only being 23 and just coming off a season averaging an efficient 24 points per game last year. He was also an all-star, and I see no reason why he won't stay at that level or even improve. Since I assume the Pelicans want to build around Zion, they will need a legitimate second option who can create his own shot. And I think Brandon can be that because he fits well with Zion, because he can shoot and isn't super ball dominant. And since Zion will likely never be a shot creator, he will need another elite shot creator, because we have seen with Giannis that if you don't have an elite shot creator alongside him, it can drastically decrease your team's ceiling. And I think Brandon can fit that role perfectly because he can create his own shot at all 3 levels. He can finish over anyone at the rim due to his long length. He can create his own mid-range shot against anyone in the league due to how tall he is. And from 3, he can decently create his own shot, but he's not the best. The Pelicans next year will hopefully have a full season of a healthy Zion, who in the 20 or so games he played last year, not including the bubble, was a legit top 20 player in the NBA. He was scoring 24 points on crazy efficiency, and the Pelicans' record was way better when he played. Although he looked out of shape in the bubble and was getting gassed in 3 minutes of play, I expect to see a healthy and in shape Zion for this season. But I do think there's a chance that a healthy and in shape Zion isn't even the best player on his team this year, because I don't see him being really good on defense yet, and I think Ingram will take another leap. But the Pelicans also got Steven Adams from the Thunder for a few picks. And with them losing Derek Favors this offseason, and with Jackson Hayes not being good enough to start, Steven can fit in seamlessly. Adams will be perfect for rebounding and finishing, and will be a way better pick and roll player alongside Lonzo Ball rather than Derek Favors. And now the Pelicans will have someone to guard the best big men in the West, like Jokic, Towns, and Ayton and others. The Pelicans are also one of the youngest teams in the league, and I think they need more veteran leadership if they want to make the playoffs. Pelicans' biggest X factor is Lonzo Ball, because last year he was way better and he was a solid starting guard who was one of the best playmakers in the league, and he even got his 3-point percentage up to 37%. So now he can space the floor for Zion and also be more of a threat. Lonzo is also one of the best guard defenders, and him alongside Eric Bledsoe can be one of the best defensive backcourts in the league. This Pelican team also has decent depth because they have Kyra Lewis, who seems like he could be an okay backup point guard. They have JJ Redick, who can be one of the best bench players in the league because he is a great 3-point shooter and can hit difficult shots. They also have Josh Hart, who can be a solid 3-and-D player off the bench, and he has some ball handling abilities, and Jackson Hayes is an athletic center who should be fine in the minutes Steven Adams doesn't play. I think this Pelicans team has enough talent to make the playoffs, and I think they have a good chance. But in the West, there's already 6 teams without injury that will for sure make the playoffs. In the 2 LA teams, the Nuggets, the Warriors, the Jazz, the Mavericks, and if the Rockets don't trade Russ or Harden, them as well. And now there's a legit 4 teams that will be fighting for the 8th seed, like the Suns, the Blazers, the Timberwolves, or the Grizzlies. And off the bat, I think the Pelicans are better than the Timberwolves and Grizzlies, but I don't think they're better than the Suns or Blazers. And I don't think the Rockets will trade Russ or Harden, so there will likely only be 1 spot, and I don't think the Pelicans will get it. But I do believe they have a great chance because every year there are injuries and disappointing and surprising teams. I just don't think if everyone is healthy, as of right now, they are a top 8 team in the West. But I think they will be a fun team to watch out for this season. Anyways guys, that's it for the video. Please leave a like and share channel. Subscribe to the channel to help me reach my goal of 500 subscribers before 2020. Download this video to start a conversation with me, and also check these 2 videos over if you like this one, I don't know.